What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another Rent-A-Girlfriend manga review. We are on chapter 419, and you know why I'm hyped? Because it's a fucking Sumi chapter, okay? I don't even remember the last time I even saw Sumi in a chapter, dude. And like the last time she was even like a focus in the story, man. It might have been like 5 decades ago, honestly. I have no idea. So I'm fucking way hyped for this chapter, bro. My happiness is at the top of the level right now, okay? You know what I'm saying, man? So this chapter starts off with Kazuya using AI for like dating tips or whatever, man. And it's just like, what the fuck are you even doing, my dude? What is going on, Kazuya, man? What is happening? We're out here using AI, dude. Maybe 4 chapters in, he's just started to just like lose his mind. You know what I'm saying, man? Maybe he's like confirmed Illuminati, like controlled by the government type stuff going on right here. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, why are we using AI right here? And then we see our chapter artwork thing, right? And it's fucking Ruka, and like that just puts me in a bad mood. You know what I'm saying? Like, seeing Ruka is just like the worst. It's just the worst, you know? Like, it's just like not great. Like, there's no feeling where it's like I'm happy anymore, man. I said I was happy at the beginning. Now I'm not happy anymore, man. Seeing Ruka is like seeing death. You know what I'm saying, man? It's just the worst. And then what happens next is Kazuya like uses the AI and like creates this like imaginary like scenario in his head. And I mean, the best thing about this page right here is like the absolute just Riz Giga Chad face we see there in the bottom left, dude. If that was his face the whole series, bro, this dude be pulling bitches like it was nothing, bro. It wouldn't even be Rent-A-Girlfriend, bro. It'd be Rent-A-Boyfriend, you know what I'm saying, dude? That face, bro, that's a straight Riz face right there, dude. But apparently the imaginary scenario just goes to shit because Chizu just starts yelling at him out of fucking nowhere, man. What even just happened? I have no idea what happened. And then Kazuya starts like freaking out in this like public area and he like falls to his knees. Like, what just happened? I have no idea what just happened. But then we get to see the peak that is Sumi like walking towards Kazuya, bro. It's just the greatest thing, man. Seeing Sumi again, it just brightens my day. And then we get the usual Rent-A-Girlfriend thing where like these gooners, these nobodies, these NPCs in the background just start glazing the females, man. This happens like every single time. I have no idea why, like, why does Reggie still do this, man? Why does he still do this? Like, we, as the audience, man, we understand. We understand. You do this every single, like, time the girls, like, ever leave their house. I don't get this. And then Kazuya, of course, compliments Sumi, you know what I'm saying? Because they're like best bros, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like low-key top 5 relationship in the series right here. And then this is the, like, the fucking gooners just out of nowhere, as soon as Sumi like goes to greet Kazuya, right? They start trash talking Kazuya, man. What is with this? I don't get how all these nerds can just like share their opinions, okay? Like, you are NPCs, man. Who the fuck cares about your opinion, bro? Nobody. And then Kazuya starts just like glazing Sumi, which is, you know, obviously respectable because Sumi deserves to be glazed, obviously. And then he even compliments how she like, you know, kind of surprised him right in the, like the end of the last chapter, right? Where she kind of like surprised him when she first like saw him, right? And he mentions how she has grown since their last encounter, you know what I'm saying? So the respect to respect level relationship they have here, you know what I'm saying, man? It's just great to see Sumi again. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, bro. And then Gunnar Kazuya kind of comes out a little bit right here as he just like stares at her thighs and says that she's kind of having more adult charm to her, man. Of course, Gunnar Kazuya comes out right there, of course. But moving past that, obviously, Sumi then gives Kazuya the birthday present that she, I guess, got somehow in like in between chapters, I guess. I don't know. But Yeah, she said she was gonna like email the present to Cheezer or something like a couple of chapters ago, but apparently she has changed and she's like, I'm just gonna straight up give it to him. So you know what? Respect, bruh. And I mean, Kazuya just gets like geeked and happy about this shit, man. Cause like, who the fuck wouldn't, bro? If Sumi was to give me a birthday present, bro, I'd be like on cloud nine, you know what I'm saying, man? And it turns out the birthday present is clothes, and they're nice ass clothes, man. So just like, dude, like, this is just so great, man. Sumi is like a top tier character, dude. It's just great, bro. She's like the nicest person on the fucking planet. And then Kazuya mentions how he didn't get her a birthday present, right? And then he says that he needs to work on himself, you know what I'm saying? And I said this before, man, but like the self-confidence just plummet from like going up into just like absolutely just like plummeting down. Is just the emotions are just riding high in this series, you know what I'm saying, man? But anyway, we get on with like the date thing they're doing, right? Where Sumi, of course, you know, she's kind of shy a little bit, right? She can't talk, right? So she types on her like phone or whatever and they finally get to fucking do this shit. So let's do this shit, man. And as Sumi asks the question of what are they doing today, right? I gotta respect Kazuya here because he doesn't beat around the bush, man. He just goes like straight in, telling her that there's someone that he wants to like tell them how they feel, you know what I'm saying? Obviously referring to Chizu, right? And I gotta respect that, man. I feel like Kazuya has grown. I feel like maybe in some certain situations here, he may be too awkward or too nervous to say something like of that caliber, right? But he just goes right in, which I gotta respect. And then Kazuya kind of opens up a little bit, right? He says that he doesn't really know what to do, like, in this situation he's in, right? So he's asking Sumi, who's like a great friend to him, about what he should do, right? He's asking for her advice. And I love this part, bro. I love this part because Kazuya is finally like asking other people what they like, can I get your advice on this situation, man? So I don't really know why he was asking AI. Like that might have just been for like jokes and shit, but I really like how he's like going out of his way and asking friends and family, right? What do I do in these situations? So now the question kind of becomes, does Sumi know that Kazuya is talking about Chizu, right? Does she know that it's Chizu that Kazuya is talking about? And I think this page can kind of confirm that Sumi does know that it's Chizu, right? So she goes back on this memory where Chizu said to her, I'm undoubtedly feeling something for him, right? Obviously referring to Kazuya. And I think she can kind of just put two and two together that these two are kind of going through like similar situations, right? And then we get this one panel of just Sumi's like beautiful ass fucking face right here, man. And it's just like the greatest thing ever, you know what I'm saying, man? Seeing Sumi again just brings like a tear to my face, you know what I'm saying, man? Tears of happiness, man. And then even Kazuya mentions about how Sumi, of course, knows by now, right? And then just like out of nowhere, Sumi just like gets up off her chair and starts just like leaving. I don't know what that's about, but I mean, whatever, right? Because of course Kazuya's gonna like follow Sumi, right? Because Sumi, you know, she's too kind of hard to just like reject, like, you know what I'm saying? Like she wouldn't do that shit, you know? And then I guess they just like leave the area and Sumi takes Kazuya to what Kazuya thinks is an elementary school. And I mean, I don't know, like how did they get there so quickly? I don't know. I have no idea, man. They just seem to just like left. Like, that's kind of crazy to me. So, of course, Kazuya wants to know, like, why the fuck are we even here? You know what I'm saying, man? So he asks Sumi if Sumi has a little brother, and she replies with a nod, right? Which is kind of interesting, because I don't know if we knew that. Like, I don't think we knew that Sumi had a brother, right? Like, I'm trying to see the brother now, you know what I'm saying, man? Like, I want to see Sumi's family, man. But anyway, and then Kazuya kind of notices that, like, it's not elementary school, man. There's adults, like, everywhere. And then it is revealed that Sumi took Kazuya to a library, right? And, like, why? I have no idea why. Like, she took him to a library, but I mean, okay, maybe they're about to get insane ball knowledge, you know what I'm saying, dude? Maybe Kazuya's about to learn the facts right here. So Kazuya mentions how Sumi knows about this place, right? And he questions that maybe she goes here all the time, right? But then we kind of get back on topic here about the advice that, you know, Kazuya wants to receive from Sumi, right? And he's kind of like freaking out a little bit because going to a library doesn't answer the questions that he has. You know what I'm saying, man? It's not really helping him out. And then this chapter ends off with Kazuya saying that he doesn't want to make a scene, so he's kind of just like gonna let it ride out, you know what I'm saying? See where this takes him, right? And then it ends off with Sumi looking at a book about love, and that's like that's kind of just the chapter. I don't know like what we gained from this chapter whatsoever, but I mean, all right, I guess. Maybe Sumi's like going through some struggles herself, man. I would like to see more Sumi character going on in the future. So I'm gonna give this chapter of Rent-A-Girlfriend a 6 out of 10 on my Rent-A-Girlfriend scale. This chapter was alright. Obviously, Sumi coming back was great, man, and seeing that Sumi and Kazuya best bud relationship is just the greatest thing ever. But not really anything interesting happened this chapter, man. I mean, not really anything at all, man. I would like to see more Sumi chapters in the future so we can get down to what is going on with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know about her life too. But anyway, that marks the end for this video and this review, guys. I will see all of you next Tuesday again for another chapter of Rent-A-Girlfriend.